think there are a couple of conditions which I think are the necessary conditions for these digital platforms to make a difference to micro entrepreneurs. And I'm going to talk about a couple of different countries because we obviously have, the benefit of operating in multiple countries. So I think the first one is definitely regulatory. And I would say that, what we're seeing is that, where you have an enabling regulatory environment, it's much easier to actually innovate for micro entrepreneurs. But I also think that where you have governments that are more kind of actively supportive of digital platforms, this makes a very, very big difference. So, if you take, for instance, Tanzania, they've fairly recently launched biometric identification, and the government there has also been very active in digitizing of payments, including G2P payments, right? So, those types of things really kind of push adoption. I think that makes a big difference. The other thing is also, which I think is a necessary condition for success, is the kind of active and advanced services that you have available already, right? Because when you're trying to get people to adopt, they're kind of making their decision and going, if I participate more on this platform, what else is available to me? Because it can't be just your service. And when it comes to that, one of the things that we really need to watch out for is environments that allow the formation of data silos, because a lot of these digital platforms essentially run on data services, right? And I think data is one of those things that if it's not flowing, you're just not seeing the value of it. So, environments which, really promote things like interoperability, the micro entrepreneur being able to retain their digital footprint and be able to move with it, those are the types of places where you're seeing a lot of success. And then the last one is obviously around cost. And I suppose there as well, we've kind of spoken at length about this, cost of data, but I think the other important one, which Alastair touched on, is not penalizing people for using the platforms, right? So I definitely think that when it comes to you're asking people to come online for the first time, they already have some doubts about exposing so much of their financial transactions. So I think we do need to start to think very carefully around what kind of scaffolding we provide for these micro entrepreneurs as they digitize and become more visible. So thinking carefully about things like tax is definitely going to be really, really important if we want to continue to drive adoption, both by the micro entrepreneurs and of course the consumers.
Thank you so much, Buhle.